1/8 inch because it has that. When you roll yours, you can roll either one that you want. The thicker slab is slightly easier to work with, so if you roll the thin slab, you might want to try that out. And if you're having trouble, it's easier to work with because it has more strength because it's double thick. So if you're trying to work with it and it's falling over, then you might go a little bigger. So in this studio in particular, we put down a piece of canvas, and then our clay, and then another canvas before we put this third canvas over top. Okay, it's really just a means to keep this one cleaner. When you set your clay on here, the only things to think about, make sure you have enough canvas for your clay to stretch into. And when you put your clay on here, you're essentially setting the width of your slab. So this will roll over and it lengthens it this way, but it doesn't do much that way. So we'll do this in this section. So get this one kind of rolled back, and then I'll usually leave this big canvas rolled back like this so that as I roll over the clay and the canvas is underneath, I can make sure that they're not wrinkling. If these start to wrinkle and bunch up, that'll show up in your clay. So if that happens, sometimes you can tug on them and straighten them out. Sometimes you can't do much. That happens worse if your clay is thicker when you put it on there. So I thin mine out pretty good, so the canvas usually stays flat. But if you find your canvas is bunching, what you try to do is work with whatever shape the slab turns out like. See this kind of bunching that happens here. That is really exacerbated when it's trying to thin more clay. So of course when I pull that, like there's a little mark in the slab under there. So you try to work with whatever you have, and that's again why you want more clay than less. You have to plan for cutoff here. Alright, so we'll clean this slab right over here. Yeah, same thing as the wedging table. Just wiping over top of where that is, and then just check the corners, make sure that person before you didn't miss anything. Some people, I show this because you actually can't really tell that there's clay built up on there. But if you don't wipe it off, it looks dirty like this, and if that happens twice or 3 times, it's like out of shape. The only way to do that is if you start it thicker and then thin it as wet, because it's thin as much as it is. Yeah. But I never thought about that. The way you get a nice big slab, it stays one way and then you start to get it out. Yeah. So, put the slab on this board. I'm going to compress the top a little bit. We can sit this down now. So the first step with working with the slab, especially one that you rolled out with a slab roller between pieces of canvas, is to compress the slab. So compressing and smoothing are the same thing. We're just kind of talking about a technical side when we talk about compressing, and an aesthetic or visual side when we talk about smoothing. So smoothing, you can see, run the wood tool over top, or if you use your skin, your finger, and you give it that smooth surface. So aesthetically, you're getting rid of the unintentional texture of the canvas. It just happens to be there because you use canvas, and you're giving yourself a nice smooth surface to start with. And if you do nothing else to the surface when you build this mug, you won't have that random canvas texture on there. You'll have this purposely smooth surface. So I think it's important as the maker of these things that you're considering that. But then, probably more importantly, thank you, is the technical thing. I'm going to move this back to where we're sitting. So when you smooth, you're also compressing. When I talk about compressing, it's thinking about the molecules of clay on a molecular level. They're plate-like structures, and when we wedge them and roll them into a slab, all those plates are going every which way. And then when we smooth it and we compress it, we get that smooth look because those plates are aligning on the surface. So you're giving sort of a molecular skin to the clay that will help against little hairline cracks forming. Especially important if you're going to use a slab to create something like a platter. If there's a big expanse of clay, that's one slab that you rolled out. It's not uncommon for a crack just to form right in the middle while it shrinks and dries. So compressing it first will help you help against that. And then also another little thing the canvas texture does is because it's from threads going one direction and then the other direction. When you start to work with this and you start to bend it, it will like have the appearance of cracking on the surface along the lines of that canvas texture. So again, if you smooth past that originally, then you have less chance of that happening. Alright, so this is ready to go. I need to get a PVC pipe, newspaper, and a straight edge. But before I do that, I'm going to grab some other examples. I'm going to build one of these mugs, so you see how that gets done, but I'm going to grab some of these examples and just talk about